When I grow up, I want to be just like Dak Prescott. Cool under pressure, clutch when it matters, and having the ability to block out criticism. Prior to tonight's game, there was a lot of talk on whether Tony Romo could threaten Prescott's starting spot. Well, Prescott responded tonight with a performance that said, "Tony who?" Dallas trying to bounce back from a tough loss last week against the Giants. We're going to pick things up in the second. Game tied at 3, not for long. Ezekiel Elliott gets the handoff and goes straight up the middle for the touchdown. And better yet, look at his touchdown celebration. He hops in the Salvation Army kettle. He's donating himself. Anyways, with that touchdown, Elliott broke Tony Dorsett's rookie rushing TD record. Now later in the second, Dak Prescott on the keeper, and look at that hole. I mean, you could fit a bulldozer through there. That touchdown would give Dallas a 17-3 lead. To the third, Buccaneers trying to make a comeback. Jameis Winston unleashes a deep ball to Adam Humphries, and look at the tip drill there. Somehow Humphries pulls it down for the touchdown, but that would not be enough. That would bring the Buccaneers within 4, and we all know how this one would end. Dallas would go on to win it 26-23. Prescott was spectacular. He was 32 of 36, 279 yards, and Zeke added 159 yards on the ground. How about them Cowboys? And the Brock Osweiler experiment can be summed up in one word: atrocious. So far this season, the Houston quarterback has been despicable, which culminated in being benched today. Now let this be a lesson to all future general managers. Never pay $72 million to an unproven athlete. In today's game against the Jaguars, Osweiler threw 2 interceptions in back-to-back drives during the second quarter. At that point, Texans coach Bill O'Brien had enough. He decided to bench Osweiler in favor of Tom Savage. Osweiler ended up going 6 of 11, 48 yards, 2 picks, and had a passer rating of 26.1. I mean, my grandmother would have a better passer rating than that. Savage came into the game with the Texans down 13-0, and he delivered. Savage went 23 of 26 for 260 yards and led Houston on this game-winning drive right here with 3 minutes left in the fourth. The Texans would go on to win 21-20. They moved to 8-6 on the season and are now tied with the Titans atop the AFC South. And after getting a 31 home game winning streak snapped last week, the SFA men's basketball team bounced back the only way they know how: emphatically. The Lumberjacks took on LSU Shreveport today in a non-conference game. In the first half, it was the Ivan Canet show. Sit back and enjoy it. Here he gets it on the wing and buckets. Oh, and right there, he was just warming up. Later in the first, he's going to bring it up the court, stop, pop, and boom goes the dynamite. Still in the first. Apparently, you see, LSU didn't get the memo that he can shoot. They left him wide open. Yep. And when you do that, you get burned. He knocks down another 3. Now this time around, Canet says, you know what, I'm just going to drive to the hoop for 2. Get a little easier bucket. Canet led the Lumberjacks with 19 points and was a perfect 6 of 6 from the floor. SFA will go on to win this one easily, 93-73. Next up, the Lumberjacks head to Hawaii for the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic. Aloha. And coming up next, no Dirk, no Bogut, no problem for the Mavericks. They looked impressive against the Kings tonight. More on their amazing victory after the break. Stick around. So far, the Mavericks' 2016-17 campaign has been all but forgettable. Dallas is currently tied for last in wins and is dead last in points per game. But the Mavs did something today they haven't done a lot of this year. They got a victory. The Mavs hosted another struggling team in the Sacramento Kings. In the first, Dorian Finney-Smith gets it on the wing, and he hits from downtown. Finney-Smith led the way with the career-high 17 points. Next possession for the Mavs, Wesley Matthews uses the screen, and he knocks down the 3-ball. He had 15 points on the day. And later in the first, Seth Curry, looking like his brother Steph Curry, as he stepped back, knocks down the 3-pointer. Curry dropped 13 points in this one, and the Mavs would go on to pound the Kings 99-79. Dallas picks up their 7th win of the season, and not a bad way to bounce back. Also tonight, San Antonio Stars, Tim Duncan, got his jersey retired. So.
Oh, nice. Nice. Well, right now.